Your true nature is love, so make a point of being love in every moment. November 3, 2013. The enthusiasm to awaken and to know God is intensifying daily as more and more of you add your intent to the human collective intent that God be known and honored all across the planet. You are going to achieve this by living lovingly and compassionately and by cooperating peacefully and harmoniously to change yourselves, thus letting go of any egoic self-serving agendas to which you may have been attached, and by so doing changing the world into a place of holy joy. This is not a pipe dream, this is an environment that you are working constantly and most effectively to bring into being, and success in your divine venture is inevitable, because it is the divine will. What is occurring on your beautiful planet is quite astounding, so stand ready to be amazed when you awaken and discover what you have brought into being. You are all part of God's divine creation, and you are, therefore, creating with Him a state of incredible beauty and goodness, the like of which has never before been seen on earth. It has been a long time in the planning and a lot longer in the accomplishing as you experience the stages of development from initial design concept to completion in linear time. In truth, however, the entire creative process from inspired idea to fulfillment and completion has taken but a moment, just as long as it took to imagine and intend that it be so. As divine beings, your ideas or thoughts, when so intended, are created instantly, in the now moment. That is how creation was designed, and it is continually fulfilled by your infinitely wise and loving Father. However, once you entered your illusory world of extreme limitation, this was no longer possible, and because it seems so real to you, you believe that to create anything of value, in fact anything at all, takes a very long time. And because of the limitations with which you have freely engaged, this is what you experience. This need not be so. When you awaken, these self-imposed limitations will just fall away, leaving you free to create whatever you desire instantly. Within the illusion, the limitations that you imposed on one another, by your collective choice and intent, have enabled pain and suffering on a massive scale to enfold you with apparently no adequate way of relieving it. It appears to be an endemic and constant companion in your daily lives, whether you are a member of the wealthiest self-serving 1% or one of the rest of humanity. You are all, by your free will choices, subject to the limitations of the illusion in the form of illness, violence, pain, suffering, and finally death. No one escapes. The wealthy just get to experience their suffering in relative comfort. And that offers them very little actual comfort. But that is all to end, because its time has passed, and the new age, which was established very recently, is one of joy, peace, and abundance for all, although you still have linear time to contend with, and so its fruits are not yet fully apparent. A little more patience on your part is still requested, and that is proving very difficult for many of you because your hopes were raised and then seemingly dashed as apparently nothing of note occurred as the new age birthed late last year. Of course, there has been an enormous energy shift right across the planet, as evidenced by the public and ongoing disclosing of so much of the endemic corruption that has held you in its thrall for so long. Much has changed. It is just that you were expecting change of a different nature, a magic wand sprinkling fairy dust, perhaps? To see corruption and all its allies defeated and shamed. Nevertheless, the intense and powerful field of divine love enveloping the planet and all sentient life thereon is having a truly remarkable effect on all of you, and your hopes have become a very strong intent that is bringing in the changes for which you have been hoping and praying. The old order is collapsing, their power is dissolving, and their selfish and self-serving agendas can no longer be made manifest. Political organizations everywhere are in severe disarray, and the economic policies that have caused so much damage worldwide over the last several decades can no longer be displayed as magnificent models that have proven to be effective in bringing wealth to many. The much-touted theory of trickle-down economics has rightly been totally discredited. The truth of the matter is, as all are now seeing, that those policies never worked as claimed, that they have always been used to enrich the already rich and disenfranchise everyone else, and that can no longer be permitted. The days of every man for himself are long since past. But the clearing away of the distrust and damage those policies produce does take time, which is why all that you had been hoping for so enthusiastically is taking a little longer than you had imagined to bear fruit. The fruit is there and it is growing beautifully, so do not despair. That never helps anyone. Observe it growing and swelling as it must prior to becoming ripe and abundant as the harvest approaches. No one will be left out, short-changed, or denied their share, for all will partake of this magnificent abundance, and joy will be boundless in the ensuing celebrations. Keep returning at least daily to your place of inner peace and holy quietness. When you are settled there, reconfirm your intent to be channels of divine love, assisting all to awaken by living, teaching, and demonstrating love in action. All in the spiritual realms are with you, encouraging and inspiring you to reach out and lovingly embrace all with whom you interact in any way at all. A physical embrace can often be misunderstood or misinterpreted, but holding the intent to embrace all with love without engaging in the physical aspect is exceedingly effective, and will most definitely be felt by those at whom it is directed. But do not let that discourage you from physically embracing those whom you intuitively feel are open to it. Remember that seeing loving hugs being exchanged uplifts the onlookers. After all, people go to the movies to enjoy watching demonstrations of love in action, and mostly they feel insufficiently loved in their normal daily lives. Your true nature is love, and within the illusion no one gets enough of it, so make a point of being love in every moment, sharing it, and thereby bring all to their awakening. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com